Good evening all. It's quite late here actually. Well, it's not that late, 25 to 11. Right, so a further update on the Brenell Mark 5 Series 2. Okay. Right, still not recording for some odd reason. It erases perfectly because it's a separate head, but the playback head plays back beautifully, but it doesn't record. And I've changed all the offending caps. There's no other caps I can really change. There's all the Hunt caps. I've changed all the black ones, the notorious black ones that normally go wrong. I've changed all the electrolytics. There's no other caps. There's two other caps, but they've been changed before. At some stage, the previous owner changed them, and they're fine. I've checked all the resistors. They're slightly off, but you can't go around just changing every single resistor. They're a little bit off, but everything else works. The erase works. I can put it to amplifying mode, and you can use it as a public address system. Works perfectly. Look, there's no hum. Look, listen to this. It's lovely. I don't know if you can hear that, but even if I turn it up, you might hear a hiss now, maybe. Yeah, that's quite loud actually. Next step is I've got to take the amplifier out again, which is no big deal because I actually changed one other cap, but I put the wrong capacitor in. That one's 475. Yeah, 470. No, sorry, 404. Oh God, get this right. Yeah, this is 447. Yeah, sorry. Oh, put the wrong value in. It's too big. Anyway, it should be a 47. No, what did I say? Hang on, I'm getting confused here. Right, it should be 50 microfarad, but you can't get... No, sorry, got it wrong again. Sorry. Oh, God almighty, I'm getting it all wrong, Right, is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. 0.05 microfarad, which in nanofarads, it's 50. Right. But you can't get 50 nanofarads anymore, so I've put in a 47, brand new 47 one. But what I did do at first, I put the wrong one in. I thought that was a 0.05 or 47 nanofarad, which it weren't. It was 400 and... Get it right. I'm getting confused here again. Ha ha ha. What would it be now? That was 0.047. So I think that was 470. Yeah. So I'm sorry about this confusion, but they do confuse me sometimes, these capacitor values. They really do. 474. 74? Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, whatever it is, I put the right one in this time, and it's still no different. I knew it wouldn't be any sort of difference. It wouldn't make the record work. I know that. Yeah, I must get this right. Hang on, 0. Yeah, it's 400. Yeah, 474. So this is confusing me even more now. Right. Anyway, the value now is 47 nanofarad, which should be 50 nanofarad. But as I said, you can't get any more. And this one was just well over, because as I said, I put the wrong value in. It was 470. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, 470. Is that right? So if it was 47, yeah, 470. Sorry about this confusion. I do get confused with these things. 470 microfarad, so it's well over a nanofarad. So it was really well over. But as I said, it hasn't made any difference. But I always get confused with these capacitors. It's crazy. I mean, even resistors. I can't memorize the actual band, so I've got one of these little old-fashioned color code thingy bobs. That's the only way I can do it. Right, there we are. There's the replacements I bought. Right, there we go. Well, I'm advertising the company as well now. Hey, I should really show them this video. They might give me a discount. There we go. 47 nanofarad. Right. The other ones were 470 nanofarad. That's right. God, get it right, Harvey. Get it right. So there we go. Apart from that, the whole thing's working flawlessly. It's just a record. So as I said, the next step is take the amplifier, take the deck out, check all the connections. There's a little tag board underneath, and I'm going to check the connections. Maybe there's another little wire that's come off and it needs to go on one of the head wires. I don't know. Maybe there's 3 wires. I really don't know until I open it again and have a look. I mean, when I did have it out of this cabinet, I didn't really check it thoroughly because I didn't think I would have this problem with no record. I really didn't, because it's always playback fine, but I never tried to record. And well, I actually did. Yeah, I think I did once, but I put it down to the amplifier because the caps were all bad. But I mean, when I first got it, I don't know if you remember, if you look back at my videos, you could hear a little ticking noise every, like it went zzz, like, and I was saying, what's that noise? Every now and again it kept going zzz. Now it's completely silent. There's all these capacitors. One of them even had a crack in it. Look, I'll show you. There we go. Can you see that? Let's focus it in properly. Look at that. And some stuff oozing out. That was a 50 microfarad. So you can't get these 50s anymore. So the closest I put in was a 47, which is fine. See, big crack. Oh dear, oh dear. So there we go. Right, so what's his name? That record producer from the 1960s called Joe Meek is one of my heroes actually, and he actually used one of these machines. If you look on Amazon Prime, there's a film. It's still on there. You better hurry up before they take it off. But it's called Telstar, the Joe Meek story, and you actually see him when he gets the idea of Telstar in his dream. He runs downstairs and he plugs in the mic, and he records we call it the theme to it. I mean, he was tone deaf actually, Joe Meek, believe it or not, but he was recording the tune to it. Like he was going, he was really tone deaf, the guy. But anyway, at least he could record. I can't record, so there we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play one of his songs he produced, because I know I'm not going to get a copyright on this one. If I put Telstar on, worldwide ban, so be careful. Don't ever play Telstar, because you're going to get a worldwide ban. Right, you want to hear it? Isn't that so quiet? Oh, you know what, I think I might have to change the heads on it. I've got a new head block that's arrived, so I'm going to change the heads and put the original Brenell heads, because these are fitted with bogan heads and they're prone to break down, these heads. So maybe it's okay for playing back, but when it comes to applying a record signal through the head, maybe it's just not working. Maybe it's bad. It's either that or the as I said, one of the connections underneath. So I'm going to check it out thoroughly now. But apart from that, everything else has been done on the amplifier side. And I've got sore throat, so I need a cup of tea. Dry as a bone. Right, let's play this now and then I'll cut the video. Ready? Let's go. Dedicated to Joe Meek.
When the mists are rising and the rain is falling and the wind is blowing cold across the moor, I hear the voice of my darling, the girl I love and lost a year ago.
Sounds really great.
Well, it's hard to believe, I know, but I hear her singing in the sign of the wind blowing in the treetops way above me. Yes, I'll always remember till the day I die. I'll hear her cry, Johnny, remember me. Well, someday I guess I'll find myself another little girl to take the place of my true Johnny, remember me.
There we go. And that obviously was a song called Johnny Remember Me, sung by John Layton, produced by Joe Meek, the great Joe Meek. And there we go. So final thing to do on this machine is sort out why it does not record. And remember, there's a little process on this machine to record. You flick that over to record. Let me just show you. Oh, yeah, it won't record really. It might click on it. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to re-record this tape anyway, because when I was doing another machine, I actually pressed record and it was working, and I erased a portion of this tape. So I'm going to redo it anyway. But let me just show you the lovely magic eye that comes on. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Right? And when you plug a mic in, it does fluctuate and it does work, but it's just not going onto the tape. There we go. Lovely. Look how quiet this machine is. This amplifier is beautiful. It's Mullard based. It's got a lot of power, so much power. So as I said, it works on PA mode. You can put it to amplifier mode, it works fine. So I can even plug my electric guitar into this actually, and use it as a guitar amp. The only thing that doesn't work is the tape head. It doesn't record. So I think it's down to the tape head myself, or there's a wire on the tag board that's come off. Maybe there's two wires going to the actual coax, because what they used on these machines is just an aerial, you know, like a TV aerial coax plug, little silver plugs, and it plugs into there, and it's only two wires. So this is why I doubt whether there's a third wire. Maybe there is, I don't know. I'll have to check it out thoroughly now. So I'll take it all apart again, unfortunately, but it's got to be done. And I'll check the tag board, and if necessary, I might just change. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I've got another deck, an older deck. So I'm going to wire it up. I don't know where, because haven't got much room here, but I'll probably bring it up on a chair or something. I don't know, near this table here. And what I'm going to do, I'll just make up a lead, a screen cable, with a coax plug on the end, and I'll plug it into this amp. So I'm going to utilize this amplifier, and I'll try to record something on the other deck. Obviously the erase won't work, so I might have to blank off a tape on probably this machine, and then just record a signal onto the other machine. And if it works, then I know the amplifier is 100%. So once I know the amplifier is 100%, then it's got to be the tape heads, something to do with the connection underneath, the little tag block, we call it connection block, tag board rather, or the heads. So process of elimination. I mean, I find I find what's wrong eventually. I will, but as I said, if I connect another tape deck, plug the actual coax from the other head into this, and then record with the other deck using this amp. So that's the only thing I can do next. So I'll plug the mic in there, and the signal will go through the coax connector into the head of the other machine. And that's it. I can even use it to playback actually. Yeah, it will work, won't it? It should work. Yeah, because it's the same coax connector for the playback, because it's a record playback head. Right, there we go. If that's confused you, it's confused me too. So don't worry about it. So there we go. Yeah, that was dedicated to Robert George Meek was his full name. There we go. RGM, that was his name of his company, RGM. Based in Holloway Road, 304 Holloway Road, above a handbag shop, would you believe? Brilliant. But he ultimately stuck a shotgun in his mouth and blew his brains out. What a waste. Why did he do a thing like that? I don't get it. He was a very troubled man, unfortunately, but normally all these geniuses, they have mental problems. Oh God, I better be careful then, eh? Harvey's calling himself a genius, so I don't know about that. But, oh, okay, I do have a few issues. I won't go into it, but anyway. There we go. So, hope you've enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to show you this machine actually recording something. And look at that, it's been on for about an hour now. I've been burn testing it, so to say. Just making sure the filter cap on the power supply is okay, because I left the original Hunt's capacitor there, but it was fine. It wasn't getting warm at all. If electrolytic filter can gets very hot, change it immediately, but this one doesn't get hot at all, and it's totally quiet. You can hear it. Listen to that. Even I turn the volume, look, the volume's up. I'll turn it down to nothing, to 0. Look, you can't hear a thing, no humming at all. So I know that cap's absolutely fine. Maybe one day I might change it, just put a modern one in, just for the hell of it. I might do that, but at the moment it's fine. Yep, it's absolutely fine. These controls are nice and silky smooth. The only thing I don't like is these stupid bloody knobs here. I keep tightening it all the time and it keeps getting loose all the time. That's any trouble with these Brenells. They've got these silly knobs. I forget what they call again. Can't remember. Rhomboid knobs. And they used to be available at RS Components. I think they're actually made by Bulgin. You know, there's a company called Bulgin, and they make these knobs. Sold through RS Components, but apparently they haven't got these anymore. Damn shame, because I could do with stocking up on these. If anybody knows where I can get some of these, brand new, not second-hand ones. I've already got a few second-hand ones already as backup, but I wouldn't mind some brand new ones. And if anybody knows where you can get these from, brand new, please let me know. Just check my about section, there's an email there. That'd be great. Right, I'm going to turn this machine off now and I'm going to upload this to YouTube and have a cup of tea and go to bed. I'm really tired. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm really tired. So there we go, that's dedicated to Joe Meek. And watch Telstar on Amazon Prime. Just type in Telstar and it's starring the fantastic Con O'Neill, who's a friend of mine, who plays Joe Meek. Okay, so yeah, and you can see this machine. You see him running down from the bedroom. He plugs in a microphone into there and he switches it to recording. It starts going because he's totally tone deaf. You know, it was so bad he was. He couldn't. I don't know. He's tone deaf, just really tone deaf. I don't know how he managed to produce all these songs. I really don't know. But watch Telstar, the Joe Meek story, and you'll see this actual machine. Well, not the machine, but you know, exactly the same model. The same model of this machine. You'll see it with a magic eye as well. So there we go. Oh, I can't wait to get this recording. Damn, what is wrong with it? Joe, if you're up there somewhere in the ether, can you please let me know what's wrong with this? Oh, what was that? He just told me, he said to me, the heads. Check the heads. He said the amplifier's fine. Okay, alright Joe. Yeah, bit mad, ain't I? A bit crazy. Told you, didn't I? Got issues. Nah, I'm only kidding. Alright then, so, alright, hope you enjoy this video, and yeah, that's it. What else is there to say? It's 19 minutes I've been filming this already. Damn. Right, I shall catch you all later, and hopefully I will come back with some good news eventually. As I said, I've got another deck here. Where is it? It's here. It's another deck. It's the older type. Oh, here we are. See, these are the connections. They're simple aerial connectors. That's all they use. I bought this one quite cheap when I was buying a valve of someone, and the lady said, oh, I don't know if you're interested in a Brenell deck. I thought, what? Yeah. So I bought this older one, and on this deck, instead of having the ordinary 2 heads, it had 4. And I actually took them out. I don't know why I took it. Oh yeah, I wanted it basic, just the basic deck. And I've got stereo head as well. So what you can do, there's provision on these decks to put another 2 heads. So if you want, you can put stereo head, which the other deck I just showed you had, because the guy was a bit of an audio enthusiast, and he had it rigged up to another amp, so he could actually receive, play back stereo tapes. I might put it back one day and get it all lined up. So I've actually got a base plate for the other deck, and I just need 2 side bits. I've got some spare wood, so I'm going to make a plinth for it. and I'm going to use it as an experiment, just a little experiment, you know, on that deck, trying out different type heads and whatever, because it's quite versatile, these Brenells. And in fact, the company, they actually encourage their customers to experiment with these decks. You know, try different heads, put a stereo head in and whatever. But they encourage the customers to do that, to modify these machines. So I just hope someone didn't modify the amplifier so it doesn't record. Oh, please God, I hope not. But I've been through the circuit diagram and everything seems to go to the right place, so I'm sure that's okay. Alright then, right, I've been babbling on long enough now, 21 minutes. God. I shall see you later, and hopefully with good news. Bye for now.